Can I say that every day?
Yeah, why not? So far, so okay. Far away.
Coach, you just talk about how important it is to have a disciplined defense against this option offense.
Georgia Tech does a great job. They put a lot of pressure on you at every position, and it's basically every player, every play, and that's it's very unique. I think that's what's really the most unique part of their offensive attack, and that's really why, if you look, they've had a ton of big plays this year offensively, and that's really the reason they do a great job of executing their scheme. The coaches there have a great feel of what to go to, and if they can suck you in, they do an excellent job of exploiting your mistakes.
How have you guys kept your defense so fundamentally sound?
We've played pretty well all season long, but we haven't faced a challenge like this one. It's really unique, and again, they put a lot of pressure on you in a lot of different ways. So it's so foreign to what we've seen, not only in terms of the style of attack, but also the way they put pressure on you. And there haven't been many teams too successful at shutting them down. So we're going to have to just try to do our best to contain them.
One thing they do is they do go for it on fourth down a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they get across midfield, and you can almost count on that. So.
Is that a different mindset? I mean, you just get so it's 3 and out midfield.
Yeah, most teams. Yeah, so it is. You've got to be ready for that. I mean, it's not like let's trot off after third, because they may very well come after you.
Kirk, you guys have played in a lot of bowl games, but you haven't had the distractions you've had this time with the hotel, with the celebrities, with the concerts and all that. Is this team's focus where it needs to be today, a couple days before the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It seems like we were a lot more distracted about 8 years ago, more by circumstances. And those things are just the environment. So I think it's really been fun for our players. It's been great. We've had some interesting opportunities to. The players have rubbed elbows with some celebrities, on the hotel grounds, and that was great having Coach Parcells here. But that's all part of a bowl environment, and that's part of the challenge. The whole month is unique, so I don't see that as a factor at all. This is the first time I think second time we've been this close to the ocean, and that's novel for a lot of guys on our team. That's something you always take for granted. But those are all good things, and we haven't had any bad distractions, so that's better news.
Is Georgia Tech different in the sense that you don't get a feeling out period? I think the only 2 times they've lost this year, they happen to fall behind. Every other game, they've jumped ahead of somebody.
Yeah,
not a lot of feeling out.
They're pretty good at that. Yeah, they're really good at getting ahead of the count in all regards to score, down distance, all those things.
Coach, do you feel like the preparation's gone pretty smoothly?
I do. I do. But it's like any bowl game. You get to this point, and it's been a long time since anybody's played. Longer for us than them, but nonetheless, I'm sure they're probably feeling the same thing. So, it's time to get out there and play here pretty quick. And I think all in all, I don't have any major complaints, and we have to finish it up now.
Preparation's good for this offense, right?
I mean, I can't imagine getting ready into game week. You'd have to carve time out of your schedule during camp or spring practice, and that is one advantage. The only disadvantage is we don't have anybody to simulate what they do. We can't come close to doing what they do.
Did you get any tips from the Miami folks at all?
We haven't talked to them actually, so I'm not a big phone guy. I just don't do that.
Will Dace play on Tuesday?
Yeah, he'll play. He's doing well, and right now it looks like everybody's got a shot to be ready, so that's good. That's a positive.
What is the Orange Bowl? I mean, you started at Iowa, and you were here. I think you were here when you broke through the Rose Bowl the first time.
Yeah, 81. That was my first year.
Do you consider this a Rose Bowl?
Well, in a way, yes. But we were league champions that year. There's a difference, and we were league champions last time we were here. So that's the number one accomplishment you want to have in a season. We came up a little short this year, and that's football. So, but nonetheless, we had a great season. I mean, there's any way you slice it, it was a great year, and so this is a reward for that. Our players really have earned it, earned the right. Clearly, Georgia Tech's earned the right to be there. They are the ACC champs, and had to play through a championship game to get here. So, we're playing an excellent opponent. You don't luck into championships, you never do, and you look at their tape, they're really good in all phases. So, we got an opportunity to play in a big-time environment, national audience, and playing a league champion. So that ought to be exciting for everybody. I think it is, and we've been lucky this year. We've been in some real neat arenas that way, and this is one more to add to the list, and we'll see how we do.
The Big Ten has been much maligned over the years. We've talked to you about it before, but yesterday you came up with
A couple of big wins. Did you pay much attention to?
Yeah, I watch it sure with interest and watch the scores. I don't watch the games too much, but I mean, I haven't really gotten too up or down. I know it's been a panic situation for a lot of people, but as I've been saying, we've had some good teams, and last year again, I think I think perception gets overblown. That Texas-Ohio State game a year ago was a good football game. The Missouri-Northwestern game was a good football game that could have gone either way. So, again, I think perceptions really gets blown out of proportion. But, maybe just to get everybody to relax a little bit, this is a good thing. But, we've had good teams through the years. And you get in bowl games, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Everybody's pretty good in bowl games.
You mentioned Dace, and in his situation, does an NFL January 15th deadline figure into that, or does he have to make any? I honestly don't know, how does the paperwork thing work in his spot of being a senior? Does he still have to file?
No, he's a senior. So
he does not have to file.
He's an old man. He can do whatever he wants.
He has all the time he wants.
He's graduated college. He can walk out right now.
In regards to applying to the NCAA, he has a little bit of time then.
That as I understand it, they don't do it till May. Don't ask me why. That makes absolutely no sense for the record. But you'd think a guy would get a chance to know what he should be doing in his future planning. But as I understand it, we have to wait till the end of the academic year to apply.
Okay.
I know there's a great reason for that. But anyway,
so
that'll be his choice. Yeah.
For the NFL, he can wait as long as he wants then to
and he just says, I'm coming out, and
Okay.
But you guys are fairly confident about it.
He's guaranteed he can do that. He's not guaranteed he can play a 6-year.
Yeah.
Be nice to know before you decide. But anyway, that's just me thinking about it.
Last Orange Bowl, there was a big contingency of Hawkeye fans down here. Do you expect the same this year?
Oh, I think we had about 2/3 of the state last time. I don't think we'll get 2/3 this time. This is a little different situation because we're playing on a school night after a long holiday. So I doubt it. I doubt that's realistic. Some of the people I've talked to, have said they'd love to come, but it's just impossible with the family. And typically, there's a high percentage of our people that make family vacations out of bowl trips, and it's just a little tougher to do this time. But all that being said, I think we'll have a great contingent in the stadium. I think we've sold pretty good allotment, and I think there are a lot of Iowans here in Florida, probably more on the West Coast, but I imagine they're going to show up on Tuesday. So we're excited about that. It'll be a good, lively stadium, I'm sure.
Iowa's never played a game this late. Is it hard these last 4 days? I mean,
not so much now. Not so much now. It was really weird like a week and a half ago. I mean, I was struggling big time. And being home for Christmas was really weird. Being home for Christmas knowing we still had a good game to play in, so that never happens until this year. So it's really been kind of nice. But I don't mind telling you, I had no idea what day it was for about. I don't know how. I'm getting caught up a little bit now, and then I was doing okay, and I picked up the paper this morning. I started complaining to staff. I said, look at this paper here. I bought a paper for 50 cents on a Sunday. I said, I just paid $2 last week for one. And the guy said, hey, Kurt, it's Saturday. I said, no, it's not. Look, on Sunday, go home and look, okay? Sunday, January 3rd, on the paper. 50 cents over here and January 3rd. So that paper's not helping me with my equilibrium. Okay, I'm more discombobulated now than I've been.
would you rather play on New Year's Day, or is it that big of a deal?
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, we're just happy to be here. If they want to, I'll tell you what, we're having a great time here. If they want to delay the game a week, Jeff, is that possible? Can we push it back a week as long as we can stay?
Anything you say, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to push it back a week if Georgia Tech will agree, and we'll stay here. It's a pretty nice place to be camped out.
Do you have what are your historical snapshots of the Orange Bowl?
Historical?
Yeah,
they're all bad. I mean, the good one. I don't know if you guys saw CJ walk out of here. Him running by our bench was outstanding.
Not just you guys, but just when you're growing up, that kind of thing.
I'm from Western PA. I remember Penn State playing. I think it was Kansas. Was that Kansas? Was that here?
Yeah.
12 men on the field.
Oh, 68 Penn
I think it was here.
State.
I think it was here, right? Okay.
The Riggins year.
But I just I remember the games I'm more involved with, I guess. But there have been some great games. I know that. Michigan, Alabama, Penn State a couple years ago, Florida State.
So you do remember them? No,
Well,
You talked about C.J. Jones just being here. Do you have a message for the team today, or?
Did he? No. CJ doesn't say much.
But just what it means, have him back here, given the fact that he did have that one good highlight.
Well, it was great having him here. It's always great having any former player here. I'll share some trivia with you. My kid has been in that stadium 3 times. One of my sons, he's been in 3 games, been involved. It's good trivia. Okay, he sat in the stadium, saw 3 opening kickoffs get run back for touchdowns. All 3 teams lost. So if we do break it, we're going to instruct our guy to put it down at the 1-inch line. Take a knee.
So if you win the toss, are you going to kick off then?
No, I mean, we'll love to receive it. We're just not going to run it all the way back. We're going to make sure we stop at the 1. Can you imagine it?
So
3 losses. Go for 3.
You would tell Darrell to stop at the 1.
I hadn't thought about it, yeah, but after today, I did think about it, seeing CJ. So that's what CJ, you got me thinking about that now.